It was at this point that I realized that the portal to Alfheim was open, so therefore I should probably start up getting stuff ready to create the Gaia Guardian stuff. But yeah, I knew that I was kind of far off away, and so I was starting to trade nether quartz with them because I didn't entirely understand that if I was going to need nether quartz or not. So they ended up trading me back the rather green elfin quartz. I only traded like 2 stacks because I wasn't entirely sure if I needed more or not, but I had so much elf junk already. This is where I'm trying to figure out what this whole tiara thing is, and I was like, nah, never mind. After that, I started figuring, well, you know, I might need some dragonstone, so yeah, I wasn't entirely sure how much mana it was going to take to start converting 1 diamond block over to a mana diamond in order to trade for the dragonstone. Although the dragonstones look kind of neat because I realized, hey, these look kind of egg-shaped. And so I got 6 of them back from the original, like, 6 that I had put in from the mana diamonds. But yeah, I was sitting here having trouble the entire time because I kept running out of mana. Although I wasn't entirely sure if I needed mana to be able to summon the Gaia Guardians or not. Although, I suppose in the long run, maybe. Who knows? You know? I was like, okay, I have all this leftover food, I may as well just feed it all to the Gorminalis. I wasn't entirely sure that if I just kept feeding the Gorminalis food, as that yellow bar was still there, if it would have worked out or not. Because I suspected that I had to feed it at a certain interval or something to that effect. I wasn't entirely sure on that. But yeah, this is where I'm trying to figure out if the Dragonstone stuff has anything interesting with it. And I was like, Ender Air? Is that like Enderman farts or something? Then I saw the pasture seeds, and I had seen so many of these little things, right? Over at other places, and I was like, what the heck do these pasture seeds do? So I get up a bunch of grass in an attempt to create some pasture seeds, only to realize, pasture seeds are kind of neat. I didn't know there was more than one type, you know? But the drawback was the fact that with the pasture seeds, I thought it would give me floating grass. I thought floating grass was also used with the cool-looking plants, like the not digitalis, that's a poisonous one. Never mind. Like the Rosa Arcana. So I tried to stick the Rosa Arcana on a floating pedestal for plants, only to realize that it didn't work because of the fact that the plant wasn't the right type of plant. I required a glimmering white flower. The funny thing is that as I pull out a mystical flower, trying to see if it would work. The funny thing about that is it's a mystical flower, not a glimmering white flower. So I realized that the mystical flower and the glimmering white flower are completely different. And I was like, oh, okay, so this is how you create a light. That's what it means. Glimmering white flower just has light properties to it, which is why it's glimmering. And after that I realized, oh, this is freaking useless. Great. Awesome. I made this for no reason. So I continue on with my quest to get the amount of power to be able to get stiff, you know? Drawback is with this mod, it seems like you never get enough mana, ever. At least that's what my opinion was. But yeah, so I kept throwing in the mana tablet, I guess that's what it's called. Just back, forth, grabbing more mana, going back, forth, over and over and over again, just getting the amount of mana that I hope to use to keep the portals open. At a certain point, I give up, and I was like, okay, mana diamond? No mana diamond. Got one. Throw it in, dragonstone. Boom. Only to realize that it takes way too long to do that, so it's like, screw this, I'm gonna just look in the Gaia Guardian thing and see what this takes. So I start building up the mana pylons to build the mana guardian pylons, and I'm like, oh my god. things are pink. Yes. Very, very freaking pink. A lot of the stuff from the elf side seems very pink. I didn't anticipate that, you know, because elves are usually kind of attuned towards green in color. You know, all the pink stuff is kind of off-putting. Although I guess if they're killing pixies to get pixie dust, you know. This is where I'm like, yay, 4 mana crystal things. So I start building 4 of them. Then realized I need to make the Gaia Guardian version. And then at a certain point I realized, oh, I also have to build a beacon, otherwise this isn't gonna work at all. And so I start getting the stuff to go and grab up a beacon. So I just jump over all this and realize if I'm gonna fight this guy, I'm probably gonna need to build some land to fight him. You know, because if you're not gonna build up land to fight a boss, that's kind of stupid, because, you know, that leaves you open to assault. And you could generally get killed pretty well by that. But I hadn't realized that my machine had gotten so clogged up, so I was like taking everything out of it in order to get it back to working order once again. Because I was like, oh my god, stop. So here's where I start building outwards in order to build up a thing to fight the Gaia Guardian. Now at this point in time, I don't have the magnet on. And so I had to hug everything if I was breaking something really close by. Which is why I was so close to all those plants. It's funny, after all of that time, I'm only at like 582 million cobblestone, when you would think I would be higher, you know? But at the same time, it's like, I'm supposed to get that to 1 billion, and it's taken me 5 months to get it to where it's at. Isn't that absurd? Although, maybe what I should do is break down the thing behind me and snag all of that and just craft it backwards and just throw it all into the thing over and over again. You know, that would work pretty well, I would think. Just chuck it all inside the DSU unit? Aw, heck yeah. This is where I had realized, oh, when I go get supplies, every time I get supplies, bad guys come along. And, well, you know, that doesn't work very well. I saw a little Captain Sparkles guy, and I was like, oh my god, you killed me before, you butthole. Yeah, and I don't mean the real one, because I've never met the guy, but I meant the video game character one in here. Yes. This is where I'm like, okay, this thing's good enough, it's big enough area. I could probably put the boss thing in here, because I know for a fact it's definitely going to fit a beacon at the very least, you know? So I run over to grab the iron to start building up the beacon. Get enough iron, only to realize that I may have gotten a little too much. Build up a beacon, jump on over, start building up the beacon, right? I'm like, yay, this is the easy part. Woohoo! Beacon's built. Pull out the thing to look at the Elfheim stuff, and then realize I have misplaced it. Oh god. Yeah, it's 1 block up. I suspected every one of these was only 1 block up. Unbeknownst to me, though, I think it's actually supposed to be 2 blocks up in the air. Which is the only problem as to why this wasn't getting summoned. Yeah, I was gonna try to fight the Gaia Guardian this time. But no! Fate had other things in mind. I guess on a bright note, though, since everything got muted, and I'm having to record over everything, it's like, oh, okay, well that makes a little bit more sense. This is where I'm trying to use a piece of Terra Steel to summon the boss, only to realize the boss is like, no, just no. You know? Although, I didn't entirely know if I had it up at the right point or not. I might actually need more land, but who's to say if that's the right way to do it? It was funny, the first time I built it, I was like, yay! I think I have to have it 1 to 2. I don't even know anymore, you know? I think it has to be 2 up, but who knows anymore? Who knows? Anyway, guys, it has been fun reminiscing this episode with you. But I hope you all have a good night or a good day, wherever you're at. And I'll see you next time. Night!